Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, we can see that Bitcoin is actually getting a very nice pump at the moment, actually breaking some key resistance. As we can see right here, we have this potential downwards trend line right here, a couple touch points there, actually breaking above. Would love to see a 4-hour close above this point. We're about to get our 1-hour close right now above this trend line right here. I redrew it down here so you guys could better see it. A little bit better drawn. Depends like on where your touch points are. Obviously, if you look at the larger time frames on the 4-hour, this looks like a really well drawn right here. But you could also come back on smaller time frames like the 1-hour, and you can get the exact touch points, which are perfectly right there, but you're getting basically the same thing in the end. And right now in 17 seconds we're gonna have an hourly close above this line, which is really good. Really like to see that, but once again, I just want to advise everyone that we're not out of the woods yet. We still have some really red money flow right here at the moment for Bitcoin. And you know, the last time we've seen this was maybe like down here, but we're kind of in a different scenario at the moment, especially with how the traditional markets are acting. But so far so good. So far so good. And right now I would also like to look at these key resistance points that we have right here, this downwards trend line, where we have multiple touch points that we have been rejected in the past when we're falling down from 69,000. As we can see right here, we got a touch point there, touch point there, touch point there. Now we're going to come back up and we're going to run into possibly 50,200, I believe, or just 50,000 in general is going to be some resistance. 50,300 if we keep going straight up right now, but that's less likely to happen. We're probably gonna get a few more candles coming up here and probably run into 50,000, at which point that's going to be some psychological resistance right there. We are still above this green box technically, and if we do come up even more than that, then I can maybe see us breaking past this and touching 54,000. I would be bullish once again once we get back into this major trend line right here, or this channel, as you will. We did attempt breaking back out of it, and we're trying to bounce off of it for like almost an entire month, I believe, trying to stay above it. Eventually we broke back down, came back down here, and we broke all the way down to 42, which we like a big liquidity event right there. But I want to see what traditional markets are doing. As we can see today, the Dow is getting a nice little bounce right now on the 4-hour. On a daily time frame, it's a green candle for now. Just want to see what traditional markets are going to do. As you know, Omicron is getting worse. We have high inflation. Now, what's the Fed going to do? Is the Fed going to fight inflation, or is it going to start fighting Omicron? Because it can't do both, right? It's got to pick one. If it needs to fight inflation, then you need to raise the rates. You need to start to taper, and you need to start spending less money. And you can't do that if you have Omicron. If you have less people working, then you're gonna have to start government policies. You're gonna start them back up, and you're gonna have, you know, it's gonna be an inflationary environment once again. But for the time being, Bitcoin's looking quite good. Are we going to have a scenario like we did right here, where we bounced off some key support levels? As you can see, when we came back down here, from all the way from 52,000 all the way down to 40,000. This was a big retracement, right? We went down as far as 20%. This one was definitely more significant. We came all the way down to 38%, right? But it's not always going to be the same thing. Now we're down 32%, and we can see that right here on this chart that we are actually above some very nice support right now, holding above it. So this green candle right here, if we get a daily close here, that I might be a little bit more bullish than bearish. I could see Bitcoin coming back up, maybe trying to go back up to maybe 72,000, making a new all-time high. But once again, all depends on what traditional markets are gonna do. And we do have a monthly red dot on the monthly time frame, so always take that into account, guys. Always look at the larger time frames. They're gonna tell you they're gonna paint you a better picture of what's going to be happening in the short to mid-term. Anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Also, we can see Ethereum doing very nicely, back above 4,000 right now, but we are going to run into some resistance at around $41,000 to $40,050 depending on where we touch this trend line. As we can see right now, we are trying to break above this yellow line right now, which is $40,038. But once we get above that, if we touch 41,000, then that might be a good place to short, or maybe even enter a long trade. Obviously you want to buy in at support. This was support right here at 37.70, and we bounced from there, came all the way back up here. This would have been a nice trade to take. If you guys look at these charts, would be up 7% right now. If you use some leverage, you could be up 140%. Always depends on the leverage you use. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm heading to bed. I'm pretty tired today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. If you haven't already, you guys can use my BitGet link. It's $630 in bonus and a 10% deposit bonus on your first deposit. On top of that, it's Christmas season, and BitGet is giving 50 USDT for everyone that signs up with them. Peace.